Hello, hello, testing, testing, one, two, three. Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. Just making sure that we are live. Hello everyone, and please confirm that you are able to hear me properly. So we have a lot of people joined in already. That's great. So you can hear me fine, and that's good. So welcome everyone. It has been a while. I have not come live or even on YouTube. It's been a while. I haven't uploaded much. So it's good to be back, and it's good to see everyone that has joined us. So please mention where are you coming from, introduce yourself. I would love to know where are you coming from and what brings you here. So let's see what people have to say. So we already have someone from Nepal and Turkey, and then we have someone from Mexico, India, China, Pakistan, Tunisia, United States. So we already have a lot of diversity right in our chat. So, well, that is quite difficult to pronounce. Abidjan. That's a difficult. Is it a country or is it a city? From Pakistan. Wanted to ask for FYP idea. So I believe that is not a good place to ask this question. Now, if you do have questions about PyVisual, I would be happy to help you with those. But not right now. We are going to first introduce ourselves, get to know each other, and then we are going to move on to what exactly is PyVisual and how did we come up with this idea and where exactly is it headed. Once we understand what it is, then we will open the access for a very limited time period for beta developers, so the beta testers. So if you are somebody who likes to test new software, this is the right place to be, because you are going to get access free of cost to PyVisual, where you can test it out and see what problems it has, some bugs, and try out the complete experience of PyVisual before it is launched to the public. So we have from South Africa, we have from US. Love your channel, courses, way of your teaching, basically one of my favorite channels on YouTube. Thank you very much. Lucent Technology Solutions, is that it? Okay, we do have from Italy, New York, North Korea, Kazakhstan, Portugal, Washington DC, Norway. Big fan of your work. Thank you very much, Nizamuddin. So we have a lot of people joining in. We'll wait for a little bit more so that more people can join in and we can get started with our launch. Before we do, as I mentioned, we are going to look into what exactly is PyVisual and how did we come up with this idea? What is the need that pushed us to create something like PyVisual? And it is going to be very interesting because I created these, I believe, 5 or 6 slides, maybe in like 5 minutes. But the essence of these slides is huge. So you will get to know what exactly is the purpose behind PyVisual. I was going to explain it verbally, but I believe having some visuals with it will help a lot. So that's what we are going to do. We are going to look at why are we creating PyVisual? Are we out of our mind? Is it something wrong with us, or is it actually something useful that will help out the average Joe? So that's the basic idea of. We have been at CVZone. We have been working on courses, digital products for a long time. But now what we have done is we have shifted our focus to more productive SaaS products. And our goal again is, like before, our goal is to first provide a free service, and then when people get enough use of it, they enjoy the service, then we can think of what do you call, monetizing it and creating different tiers, which will be helpful to further enhance your experience. But again, the idea behind the whole project is that you get something free of cost. We are very heavily inspired by Canva. So the same model that Canva has taken, where you can simply create a product and you can use their product without any cost. But then if you enjoy their service and you want more, then you can opt up to their what do you call, paid tiers, and you can enjoy even further features. So that's the basic idea of what we are planning to do as well. So we have some more comments. Okay, what's going on here? So my mobile just started to play my video for some reason. Okay. So yeah, we have more comments from Tunisia, Mexico, Bangladesh. Love your work. Thank you very much. And then we have from Turkey. You have proven to be just this side of genius. Thank you. I'm from India. Hello from UK. Oh, this is the first person from UK. So welcome everyone. And I think it's a good time that we start with what exactly is PyVisual and why are we building it. So first of all, I was working. Let's start with a little bit of story because well, it's always fun to listen to a story, right? So this is basically around, you can see here, it's 6 months ago, September 5th. So yeah, it was about 6 months ago. I was working on this project for robotics course where you have a robot arm. We do some inverse kinematics, forward kinematics, and then we do some pick and place and so on. So the core functionality was inverse kinematics. So it knows where exactly is the object. You can tell it to grab the object from there. You don't have to give the exact X and Y locations. It will grab the object, it will place it to wherever your specified location is. So in this case, our specified location, for example, was the green part or the orange part. So that's all good and it works. Now, once I completed this, the core functionality was written in Python and it was all good. But then I said, okay, let's take it a step further. And what I want to do is I want to create a graphical interface from it. So actually for it. But then I thought, okay, what libraries do I have, or what possible packages there are already there that can help me do this? And the easiest way I found was that you build something in Canva, and then you take one of those packages like tkinter or Qt or any other package, and then you try to replicate that design, because the existing designs were very, I would say, old, or they had a steep learning curve. So it was quite difficult to replicate this stuff. So if you wanted to create a graphical interface that looks good, it was quite difficult to do that in terms of software. So I did not find any software that had the same functionality that I wanted. And while you can learn Qt Designer, or you can use Kiwi, or you can even use Pygame to build a graphical interface, none of them were easy to use, what I would say, compared to Canva. So if you think of Canva, it's very simple to use. You can simply drag and drop and you can create an interface. Now, what I thought was, why don't we have something that I just drag and drop? Instead of using Canva, I use that, and then I can simply bring it to my Python code and it works. And then the logic part, I can just add on like I'm doing right now. So that was the idea behind this software. So when I started looking into it, I spent around 1 week designing a library using OpenCV because I was creating this, inverse kinematics program using OpenCV. And To create a UI library, all you need are the basic components like circle, line, rectangle, and maybe a background, or you need the ability to change color. So pretty much all of that functionality was available in OpenCV. So I thought, why not I convert or create a package, a small package or a wrapper out of this that can allow me to create these graphical interfaces. And that's exactly what I did. I spent 1 week on this and I had a pretty good product. I created drop down menus, sliders. OpenCV has sliders, but still I created my own with some good designs, button, toggles, and I created a good amount of elements. It's not just, one or two. So I had like 7, 8 elements ready and I created a UI with that. Now, later on, I will show you some examples of how you can do that. But that was the idea. So I wanted to create seamlessly so that it integrates with Python and it was easy to go. Now, a lot of people will say that you already have existing solutions like this. So like Qt Designer, you can drag and drop and you can create your design. And similarly, you have Figma. Figma lets you design elements, and then you can there's also a package that lets you convert that design to Python code. So while all of that is good, there's still, I believe, a learning curve that goes behind this, and there's a lot of development that's required to actually get started. And that was the biggest problem for me, because if you think about let's say Raspberry Pi, it's easy to use and it is pretty much very simple to use, but getting it up and running is a pain. Like every time you have to connect a laptop or a monitor, or you have to connect keyboard, and you have to do all that setup to get your first Hello World up and running. So that learning curve, or that barrier to entry, for most people, it's too big to get started. And that's what I felt like. I had spent so much time developing the inverse kinematics of this robot that I didn't want to go through all that learning curve just to develop a simple graphical interface, right? So that's where I came up with this idea. And again, I will show you where does this product fit in the market, and then we will see a demo of this as well and how we are going to proceed with this moving on. So any questions so far? Anyone disagreeing with my logic? That in fact, I also asked a question. Let me see if people replied to that. I think a lot of people replied in the community. I asked a question: what kind of graphical interfaces do you use? And the community answered, and a lot of people said that we still don't have a very good solution. Yeah, there you go. So that was the question. Which platform do you use to create GUIs with Python? And that is, again, around 5 months ago when we started working on this idea. So this was tkinter was the highest one, then PyQt, Kiwi, other, and none. It's still difficult to create GUIs with Python. Now tkinter is good. It's very good, but again, when it comes to ease of use, it's not as easy as some of the other platforms, like, again, Canva. Okay, so is PyVisual like Canva for Python GUI? Exactly. So PyVisual is exactly Canva for Python graphical interfaces. Straight to the point. Similar to Visual Studio. Yeah, well, I will explain how it's a bit different than Visual Studio. And I would say Visual Studio is like Photoshop, where you still have to do pretty much everything by yourself. So all of the designs you have to create yourself. It's not like Canva, where you get ready built templates which you can use and create your interfaces very quickly. If you think about it, it's a very small difference, like having a button or creating a button for your own need. But when you have lots of things going on, this small difference makes a huge impact on your project. And trust me, I've been building projects for I don't know how long. So we need free version of PyVisual. Yes, of course, you will get free version of PyVisual, and today you will get the access as well. So if you are interested in testing it out. Will PyVisual run on Windows, Mac, and Linux? Yes. So you can. So there are two aspects of PyVisual. One is the PyVisual Builder that is on the browser. You can use any browser to run it. And then we have the PyVisual Python package that communicates with that builder. And it can understand each other. So PyVisual library will be completely free forever. So there will be no charge for that. But PyVisual Builder will have a paid and a free version. But we are not thinking about the paid version as of yet. We're just here to build and see if we can come up with something that is actually useful. Tayyib Rahman, student from ComSats. Welcome. Economics department. Welcome. I'm from ComSats too. Okay. So now we have groups of people coming from the same place. That's good. Can we use it with hand gestures? Okay. With PyVisual, you can build any software you want, whether it's a video editor, whether it's an AI software, or it's a notepad. It's even a website browser. Whatever you want, you can build with PyVisual. There are no limitations. So the only limitation is in the brain. So the multi-platform support will be there. In fact, not only can you run on your browser with Mac, Linux, and iOS, you can actually deploy it on these platforms. And later on, we are also going to have support for mobile apps. So you can build Android and iOS apps directly from PyVisual. I'm 13 and really interested in all your projects. Just started the advanced course for your AI robot. Great to know, and hopefully that will help you out a lot. Okay, so now let's move on to what exactly is PyVisual and what is the market fit of PyVisual. So if you think about it, this is Photoshop in early 2000s. So while this Photoshop, even now, it can do everything. And Photoshop had such a monopoly that people started using it as a term to edit, right? So instead of saying, why don't you edit that image? They say, why don't you Photoshop that image, right? So they had such a big monopoly over how editing of images could be done. So this was all good, but for average people like us, it was very difficult for us to use Photoshop. And if I were to create a YouTube thumbnail, I would prefer to give somebody some money and let them create the thumbnail for me rather than me understanding how to operate the layers, the masking, and all of that in Photoshop and then doing it myself. But then in 2013 came Canva. And Canva had two important things that pretty much changed the entire industry. Now, the release of Canva did not remove Photoshop, right? Photoshop still exists and it's for professionals. Definitely, it has its own place. But what Canva did, it gave the sense of being a designer to an average person. So for me, I felt like I am a designer because it was so easy to use. Now, do you agree with this or not? I want to ask in the chat, please reply. Do you think that Canva makes you feel that you are a designer? Because it gives you these templates, these ready-built templates that you can just drag and drop and change some settings. And you can say, okay, you know what? I designed this brochure. I designed this business card. I designed this website, right? And those designs are actually good because And in some way, Canva is teaching you to design as well, because you are looking at so many designs, and then you are looking at their themes, their color palettes, and you are understanding the combinations. I never knew about color wheels, right? And how colors they contrast each other. But when I started using Canva, I understood the concepts of palettes and how you should use one color palette and for a whole project, and how you can mix and match primary colors with secondary, and use the color wheel to decide, pick, and all of that. So that gave average person the ability to design. Now, did Photoshop go away? No. The Photoshop is still there, and it's still for professional. And if you ask a designer, do you use Canva? And they will laugh at you, right? They don't want to use the word Canva, because to them it's an insult. That because it shortens the way. It's kind of a shortcut, right? So to a designer, it's offensive. Like, whoa, really? Do you build this with Canva? Ah, come on. Canva is not good, right? Oh, Photoshop is the best. In some way, yes, that's true. But in most cases, people like me, average person, trying to create a thumbnail, trying to create a flyer, trying to create a brochure, trying to promote PyVisual, right? I have created this presentation with Canva, right? So for everyday user, it's very easy now to do things like that. Again, Photoshop is there, Canva changed, gave access to a lot more people, like millions, right? Now, coming back to why is this relevant? Why are we talking about designs, and why are we talking about Canva and Photoshop? The reason is, right now, the solutions that we have are similar. What happened? One of the slides went off. Let me put it back. I had this slide for the Qt designer. There you go. Okay, so present. Oh, here. Okay. So imagine it's so easy that I can do it during live presentation. I made a mistake and I edited it, and now we're all good. Actually, this slide is supposed to be okay. Let's keep it there. Anyways, coming back to our designers. So Python designers are already there. For example, we have this Qt designer. Is it bad? Absolutely not. It's perfect. You have so much ability. You have so much things you can do with this. In fact, there's nothing you can't do with this. The Qt designer is great, but it's like Photoshop. It has the ability to do everything, but there is a steep learning curve. So for example, on the right-hand side, you have all these properties that you can change, but understanding these properties itself is a task, right? And understanding the layout itself is a little bit overwhelming for average user. So coming back to our solution. So here we have Photoshop, and then the alternative to that was Canva. Now we have Qt Designer, and the alternative to that is PyVisual, right? So PyVisual is basically like Canva, but for building graphical interfaces. So that's how we are taking this approach of creating something very similar to Canva, but for graphical interfaces. Like you can generate your own code, and eventually it will help you create the complete software as well. It's not a no-code platform, but it is built for programmers, which will increase your efficiency and get you better designs and faster softwares. PyVisual is for VS Code what Canva is for Photoshop. Yeah. But know its capabilities and totally agree. So how do we sign up for free access? Oh, we are going to do that. Don't worry. We are going to go to the free access. Don't worry about that. But first, we are going to finish our question and answer presentation, and then we'll move on to that. Okay, so one last thing I want to discuss is why exactly Canva is so successful. It's because of two things. One, ease of use. Like, as a beginner as well, I don't have to think a lot about what to do and how to do it. For example, if you look at uh, the editor panel at the top here, I can simply see, okay, this removes background, this changes the position, this animates it, this flips the image, this crops the image, and so on. It's so easy. Now imagine doing that over here. If I wanted to crop an image, tell me how would you do that? Even if you find the property, it will have multiple options, and those options can get very confusing. Even looking at the layout over here, it's overwhelming if you do not know the basics. But with Canva, you don't have to know the basics. This is the basics. Like, it's English, you can literally look at it and you can determine, okay, this is for opacity because it's fading out. You don't have to be a genius. You just need to know basics, right? You just need to not know basics. You just need to open the program and there it is right in front of you. So that's the whole point. So we are applying the same principles in PyVisual. Ease of use. It will be so easy, similar to Canva. Second is make your own templates. So you will have hundreds of login forms. You will have hundreds of facial attendance software designs. You have hundreds of different video editor designs. So whatever software you want to create, you will have lots of databases. You will have lots of dashboards. You will have lots of graphs, tables, and all of these beautiful designs that you can simply drag and drop, put your data, and that's it. It will generate the code for you. And then even if you want to do the logic part, you can ask our AI model, okay, help me integrate this with Mongo, help me do this, help me do that, add a security feature so that the course policy is this. So all of this stuff you will be able to do seamlessly with our software. So that's the basic idea of PyVisual. So if you have any questions, please feel free to ask in the comments, and then we are going to continue and we will move on to our actual launch. So get ready, we are going to launch very soon. What makes PyVisual different from other UIs? I think my question has just been answered. Yeah, so that's what we were explaining. How exactly is it different than other softwares that are already there? So if anyone has any questions, they can ask. Otherwise, we are going to move on to our main event, which is the launch of PyVisual. Okay, so before we begin, let me show you a demo of PyVisual so you understand what exactly are we talking about, right? So that will be more fun to see. What are we referring to? What is all of this talk about? A very, very small, brief overview of what, not overview, like you will see the actual software in action. And there you go. So this is PyVisual. Welcome to PyVisual. And what you can do is you can simply click on get started and you can start working on different softwares. Now I have built, me and my team, we have built some designs, and there you go. It's very similar to what you see in Canva startup page, homepage. And here you can see we have built a few what do you call softwares already, some designs. So here you can see, for example, if I click on login form, and there you go, we have this login form. Again, the interface is very simple and straightforward. I can click on login, for example, text here. I can edit it. I can change its color. And then I can click on the button. I can change whatever properties I want. I can even lock it, unlock it. I can increase, decrease the radius of that. And pretty much you can do a lot of things here. So if you look at window, you can decide what kind of window do you want. Do you want a plain background, or do you want a gradient? Do you want an image? Whatever you want, you can simply pick from here. For example, I like this. I will click on that and it will completely change. Now it looks like a game rather than a software. So I can select, for example, this or this, whatever background I want, I can select that. And then we can move on to the buttons. We have lots of designs already there. You can simply click on it. It will bring in the, what do you call, the software. I can zoom in a little bit so it's easier to see. So here you can see it snaps, it works. You can center it to the page. You can center it to the properties here. These are input fields. You can center it to those, or you can center it here. Whatever you want, you can pretty much, you can increase the size of this and, you know, do some crazy stuff here as well. And then we also have text inputs. We have lots of different designs here. Now, again, these designs, they are only here for testing purpose. We have a few designs uploaded already. Once we have our testing done, and we will start rolling in more and more graphics on weekly basis. So then we have text similar to that. We have lots of photos you can select from. And we also have graphics. For example, if you remember, I did something with fruits, and you can write here fruits, and there you go. And these are SVG files, so PNG or SVG, so they don't have background, so you can use those as well. And then we have icons as well. So here you can see we have lots of icons. So for example, if I wanted a delete or bin, I can search for that. And there you go, we have a bin. We can add it here, right in the center, and there you go. So, I mean, you can do lots of things here, and we can delete that. And of course, you can change the color of these as well. So if I increase the size of this and change the color, I can change the color to red. One of the features I really like about PyVisual is this color picker. So you can select that, and you can pick from already existing images and whatever. And even you can go to the next screen if you have multiple screens, and you can select from there. So it becomes very easy to integrate different designs. So now you can see it's very familiar in terms of design if you were to use that, right? So what do you think of this? Is it impressive so far? Is it good? This is the first time we are introducing this to public. So what we did earlier was a different software. Right now, this is completely new PyVisual software. And I will even explain what technologies we are using if somebody asks, right? So you can ask me any questions, and I don't mind answering any of those questions, right? So now, okay, so we have, wow, so cool, impressive. Thank you very much. Looks great. Best application ever. Thank you very much. Source code tech. Wait, what does that mean? Nice. So now let's look at the best part. What makes PyVisual so unique? This you can do with Canva, right? So it's pretty much the same thing. Apart from a few properties, like for example, in input field, you have the option to put email, number, text, credit card, and it will only input those numbers. So for credit card, for example, you have, how many do you have? 16 digits. So it will only input 16 digits. Here, username, it should be a text. and password, for example, should be a password, right? So apart from this, it's very similar to other softwares. But what makes a difference is the code. If you click on code, and there you go. So it generates the code for you. So whatever you add, it will generate the code for you. So right now, this code is not optimized. So don't worry. Right now, it's very huge. We are working on optimizing. Again, there will be lots of features coming up later on. So we will look into how we can make it more dynamic, make it more efficient. How can we do project structures and lots of different things. Like if you were to integrate a database with this, we will have it in a different structure and it will not interfere with the UI and stuff like that. So there's a lot of features that are in our feature list. So let me show you the difference here. So if I go to my projects, so here are some of the projects that we have done, our team has built. This is one of the designs that one of our programmers did this design. And look at this. These are just circles, and he added these circles and logged them, and it looks amazing. Like this design, I'm very, very impressed that he came up with this design. And you can see the input fields, the sign in, sign out, and so on. But the impressive part was this. So he put like 16 circles to create this design, and I was impressed. Like that is a quite unique way of creating a design. Anyways, so what I wanted to show you, again, you can code for that as well. And there you go. This is the complete code, the UI code. And imagine if you were to write this by your own and you had to do it manually, looking at, oh, did it align with that? Did this align with that? I have done that. It's very painful. No need to do that anymore. PyVisual is here. Okay, how can we take this to Python and use it? I will share with you, don't worry. We are going to look at that as well. And it will be exactly like this. And it will be a ready app. Front end, back end, I will explain how we can add logic to as well. Okay. Okay, so the generated code looks like what you get from Uno, generated C# code. I have no problem with that as long as it's not XAML. Yeah, but we are going to make it more efficient, definitely. We are going to work with that. Did we use Django? That's the big question, right? In fact, I want to show you today what Canva is built out of. And then I will show you what we built on. What technologies are we using, or rather what stack, the complete stack we are using. I have no problem sharing that as well. Okay, well, if we go to my projects and if we open up a new project, now look at this. If I click on code, that will generate the code for me. And this is the boilerplate, right? To run any app. And you can see even in the UI part, it added a pass so that the code will run. It will not give you any error. Now, if we add, let's say, a button. So I like this button, it's rounded, and there you go. Let's center it. And then let's say I'm creating a UI for login form, right? So I added the submit button, and then I click on code, and you can see that button code is now generated automatically. And if I change the color, for example, to red, and then I click on code, now the new code is generated and it reflects the same color. Now, if I were to, let's say, add a text field here, and then I can, of course, copy paste, and I can put it here, and my ugly form is ready. But what I wanted to show you is that, again, you will have three components now: button, text input 2. And you can even rename these as well for logic if you wanted to. For example, I don't want to call this button, I want to call it submit button, let's say. So I can write here submit underscore button, and that will be my variable name. And if I click on code, it will be somewhere here. There you go. It says submit button. So now my variable name has changed. So in terms of logic as well, we will add more things and AI as well. When you click on code, it will give you this code, and then it will take this code to an AI, and then you can tell it whatever you want to do, and it will do it for you. So that is the biggest one. So, but for now, we are not introducing the AI feature in our first launch. So we will keep adding more features as we go along. So can we code in other languages as well as Python? Right now, we only have support for Python. Maybe if a lot of people request, we can add more. How do these types of things go easily? Yeah, we can do it by hard way, but is there an easy way? These navigation, I want to build something like that. Okay, that's good to know. Is there any AI technology used in this project? So yes, we do have AI, but it's not rolled out yet. So we have the AI feature, but we didn't roll it yet. Okay. Now, how exactly are you going to get access to this right now, today? Okay, so that's the interesting part. So if we go back, we have a lot more designs, and I will discuss these designs later on as well. But now I want you to have the access. Now, again, don't think of this as a ready-built product like Canva. Canva took, I don't know, 12 years now to build. So it has been 12 years and they have been developing it. We have been working on this for like 6 months. So don't compare us with Canva as of yet. So there will be bugs, there will be problems, there will be features that will be missing, some important features as well. But what we are expecting at this point is that you come in, test the software, see what it's good at and see what it's bad at, and give us feedback so we can keep improving. And as I mentioned, this is open source for community to use. Our PyVisual Python package will be 100% free forever. So we will never ask for any money for that. This builder, most of it will be free, and then some part of it will be paid. So even if you help us create the software, you will still get access to the software for free, and you will be able to use it as well. Now, moving on to the big parts. Let's start the timer. So we are about to launch, and there we go. We have a timer set for 5 minutes, and within 5 minutes, by the end of 5 minutes, we are going to launch our project, and you can go ahead and sign up right away. And once you sign up, it will not allow you to get the access right away. What you have to do is, once you sign up, you will complete the sign up process, and then we will come back to the chat and let me know that you have signed up. I will grant you access right away from here. So you will get the access once you let me know that you have signed up. So I will give you access. And there's one part. What I did was, yesterday I was thinking about today that in the live events, we should have counter, right? So this kind of fun thing. So we should have a counter to display how many people have enrolled to PyVisual, right? Uh, Audio overlaying your voice. Music without. Music. Is there music? Oh, my bad. Okay. Is the music gone? My bad. These kind of things, they happen during a live session. You know, something has to go wrong, right? Okay, so as I was explaining, so I was thinking like we should have a counter. We should have a counter to display how many people have enrolled on PyVisual, right? So, and I already have an API to know how many people have enrolled. So I thought, okay, maybe I'll find a software online that will just take an API link and it will show us the output of that API. And then I thought to myself, wait, we are building a software that allows you to create software. then why do we have to go and find another software that can do such a simple task? And that's exactly what I did. So today I designed this simple counter. This is that counter, users enrolled. First I designed this, and then I designed this. So this counter I built in 5 minutes. So the design I did for 5 minutes, and then the logic part of it, I used our AI model, and it took me around 5 to 10 minutes. I can't remember the exact time, but 5 to 10 minutes to get it with animation and everything. So the result it gave with a single prompt, it gave the result, but I wanted some changes. So it took me a total of 15 minutes to create this software. And this software I already have implemented, and you are going to see it right now. So I am going to show you live this software working. So let me move this timer on the side, and this is our counter. So if you can see on the left hand side, where is it? Here on the left hand side, you can see now how many users have already enrolled. You can see it's 13. So we have, like, most of these enrollments are from our team that were testing the software. Probably some of you have already signed up. How? I don't know. How did you get the link? Because we don't have good SEO at this point. So even if you Googled PyVisual, you wouldn't get the link of the actual website. So we have 50 seconds remaining. So please, in the chat, please write down the counter. So write 41, 40, 39. As you are looking at it, type in the digits that you see. Type in the counter digits. We are almost here. And right now, I'm going to give you the link to PyVisual, and you can go and sign up for free at this point. Just copy the timer, keep adding. 17, 16, 15. Yes, come on. Wait, somebody wrote 40. Maybe it's lagging somewhere. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. There you go. This is our website, pyvisual.co. Just type in pyvisual.co, not com, pyvisual.co. No need to write com. You can write pyvisual.co. So you can go ahead and start signing up. And there is a little bit of lag between the chat and my actual audio. So I am waiting for you guys to sign up. And as you sign up, the counter should increase by itself. Let's see what happens. Very interesting. So far, we are waiting for our first enrollment because there is lag on YouTube. That's where we are at this point. Oh, we already have. I believe there might be some issue with our we already have a lot of signups. It's not showing. Okay, let me rerun that. Let's rerun the timer, the counter. Oh, it's not. This counter, and there you go. So now you can see 33 people have enrolled already. So guys, there is a limit to how much enrollment we can take in today. So if you are interested in the software, do sign up quickly so that you get your spot. So yes, of course, it will say access is currently limited, and it is limited because I believe Okay, I think the server is taking a hit. That's why it's not updating as frequently as we wanted to update. Because I'm thinking, why is the PyVisual counter not working? And then every time I rerun it, it works. Oh, it started working. Let's see if it's working now. 48. Oh, 51. Oh, now it's working. So let's rerun that. Guys, I know it will say limit access is limited. Don't worry, I will give you access. I will give you access, don't worry. Okay, so now what I will do is I will start giving access. So please let me know uh, if you are able to use the software. So let me go back. Dates. So guys, whoever is unverified, please verify yourself before I can give you access. So I will only give access to the ones who are already verified. Okay, so here we go. We are about to give the access to the first batch. So what you will get is an email, and it will say that congratulations, you now have access. So if you get that, please write in the chat that you have got the access. So right now I have given to some people. So don't worry. Oh, we have 64 already. Okay, let me do this quickly. Okay. Okay, so far we have given access to 15 people. So something went wrong. What exactly went wrong? Guys, please let me know if you are able to access. Did somebody get the access? Okay, great. So people have started getting the email and they now have access. Great. Great. That's good. Okay, so again, guys, if you are not verified, please verify yourself. Otherwise, you will not get the access. You have to give a valid email address, and you can give in the code that comes to your email. Very simple process, exactly like every other site. The verifying process is just, it will send you an email with the code, and then you can verify yourself. That's it. Just give in the code and that's it. Okay, so now, okay, we have given access to a lot more people. Okay, let me, if you do get the access, please put in the chat. Let me know that you have access. What is the code? Okay, so we are going to enroll a few more people before we close. So if you are interested, just go ahead and sign up. You can see it's pyvisual.co. This is the website link. You can go ahead and register, and then you can get verified. Error at the site. Again, I'm giving you the access. That's the error. Okay, if you want to be a beta tester, no problem. Just go ahead and sign up and I will give you the access. I can see some of you still are not verified. So I cannot give you access if you're not verified. Please make sure you are verified to get the access. Okay, I think one thing we can do is we can create a poll. Let me know if you have the access, right? So that will be easy for me to know how many of you are able to access the software. Okay, I've created a poll. Just let me know if you guys have. Okay, so I was giving access here. So 50% already have access. That's good. That's good. So guys, we are not going to exceed 100. Please, if you want access, you can sign up now. But we cannot have more than 100 people join in as beta tester on the first day. So please make sure if you really want the access, now is the time to sign up. Okay, so more than 70 people have got the access, and we have 12 people who are not verified. So please verify yourself so that we can enroll you. Okay, so somebody's asking, I can make design, but I don't know how to work around with any logic. So don't worry. Once we finish off with our signups, as I mentioned, we are going to limit till 100. So after 100, we are not going to enroll further. So once we finish that cap, then I will explain, we will design a software and we will add the logic for it as well. And we are going to run it in Python and you will see how well it works and how exactly you can use it as well. So let me just finalize the access part and then we will finish this. What is the pip install for PyVisual? It's pip install PyVisual. Straightforward. Are the photos section is AI generated photos on the real time? I believe you're asking if the photos are AI generated or not. No, they are not AI generated. They are coming from a source. Okay, so now we are almost at our quota. So if you haven't already registered, now is the time. Only a few users left. So if you want to be part of the beta testers, then now is the time to sign up. And the ones who have already done, there are a few who haven't verified. So if you do not verify, I will not be able to give you access. Okay, so now while we are completing this, let me give you a demo of how you can create a software and how you can program it as well. So for example, I like this design of what do you call the weather app. So we are going to create this weather app and we are going to add our real code that will work at the end and will give us the actual running app. And if you guys want, I will give you the code for that as well, so you can test it for yourself. So what you can do, you can click on start and then you can create a new project. In the project, it's up to you. How do you want to design it? So I like to keep a little squarish image. So maybe 500 by 500, and that's how I usually prefer it. Then I like gradient, gradient. And let's see what gradients do we have. There's a specific one I really like, and it was this one, right? So we can add that. Again, it's up to you. What do you want to add? Now I will do this quickly because designing is up to you, right? You can design whatever you want, but we want to look more into the functionality. How does it work? By the way, we can rename it here and we can write weather app, cool weather app. Okay, then we need a button for searching, I believe. Search, SEARCH, search. So we have a few buttons for search. We can add that in. We also need an input field so that we can give in the name of the city that we want to search. So we can take this. Yeah. And by the way, you can use the arrow keys to move around to make it easier to snap. And then I don't like the border, so I will click on it. Here is the border setting. I will click on that and I will click on remove border, make it 0, right? So now we don't have any border. And then I will click again and I will increase the radius of it a little bit, or maximum, right? Let's go for maximum. Okay, and a little bit, I want to increase the height of it. Now, we currently don't have the snapping when you are scaling. So how can you make sure that this and this are of the same size? It's very simple. You click on this, and this is the height and width of 50. And you can click on this and make this 50 as well. Right? And now they are exactly the same. And then when you center it, it becomes awesome. Right? And then I can click here and I can introduce some padding. I want it to shift a little bit more. So let's say 30, a little bit further. And I can also make it bold. No, bold is bad. I can increase the size of this to, let's say, 12. And I can write here, enter your city. Right? Can I make background transparent of button and blur it? Yeah, you can make it transparent. So this, you can go to color, and here you have the option of making it transparent as much as you want over here. But we are keeping it as it is. So here it says enter your city, and we are going to add dot. And I think design wise, it's not amazing, but it's not that bad either, right? So then we are going to add a text. So in the text, we need to show what is the temperature. And for that, you can pick any, you can pick the horror text. That will be funny. But no, we'll pick something good. Let's say this. Now, with text, it's a little bit different than Canva. It's not very similar to what Canva does. Because we have dynamic text, we have the option of the width and heights, right? So that we can center it. So if something dynamic comes in, it will have its maximum size, how much it can move on the left, right, and so on, right? And then what we can do is we can change the color of this to white, and we can change the size of this to 100, and it disappears because the bounding box is not big enough. And we will put inside this, we will put, let's say, 26 degrees. Let's copy the sign of degree. Degree symbol. So I will paste here. There you go. So now what I can do is I can center this, and now I know that this will always remain within this bounding box. So that's how it's different than other softwares. And then you can simply center it. So I mean, even at this point, it looks good. Looks good to me. Okay, exactly how it's designed to be. In order to create a widget that does not already exist, what would you use? OpenCV. We will introduce OpenCV widget as well. So we already have created that, but we haven't pushed it yet. So don't worry, we will pretty much cover all cases, and you should be able to use them later on. So there you go. You can put it here, and then you can simply copy this text, decrease the size to, let's say, 20. And again, this is the bounding area of how big it can get. So if it's dynamic, it's better to use it this way. So here we can write humidity, and we can left align it. And then at the bottom, we can give the percentage, for example, it's 30%. We can increase, decrease the size of this. It's up to you. Like if we put this 15, yeah, it looks a little bit better. We just push it up a little bit. There you go. And then we can copy this and we can paste it over here. We can align it with the other element. It's always good to align things when you're designing, and we can push it down. Is it aligned with this? There you go. And then we can right align this. Let's do the same thing here. There you go. And we can right align this as well. And we can say this is wind speed, and this is 25 kilometers per hour. We need to align it here. There we go. So that's the basic idea of how you can easily create a UI. And then what we can do is we can generate the code. That's the basic idea, that once you have I think we can make this bigger. Let's make it 120. Yeah, it looks better. Okay, so now that we have this, let's say our design is complete, and what we can do is we can click on code, and this will generate the code for us. So that's pretty much the code. But then it also has these assets like the icon or the font that we are using. So how do we get those? So you can click on code, and then you can click on download. So if you click on that, it says project downloaded, and now it will download and show here. So this is basically our weather app cool.zip. So if we click on that, it will open our cool app, and this is where we have all the assets, and this is the main.py file. Now, how can you run it in Python? It's very simple. You will go to your new projects. You can create a new project in whatever software you are comfortable with. And let me open that up. Wait a second. Let me answer some questions meanwhile. How can you work with table data? Again, we currently have 7 elements. That's it. Button, input text, image, icon, what else? Text. Yeah, so window. So we have these 7 elements, and that's it. We will keep adding more and more. If you look at the list I have right now of the elements that we have to add, there is a humongous list. Menu, pop-ups, bubbles, OpenCV widgets, we have video, we have before after image showcase. So there's tons of widgets that will be added. So you will get to use them later on. Yeah, as I mentioned, the widgets that don't exist right now, you can later on, what do you call, use them once we upload them, right? So that's the idea. So here is my program. So let me uninstall and I will show you how to install PyVisual. Okay, so I closed that. Let's open our cool weather app. Okay, so this is a PyCharm project. Again, if you are comfortable with VS Code, you can use it there and so on. So what you can do is you can go to the terminal and over here, you can use pip install to install this. So here, I will make sure I am in the virtual environment and then I will write pip install PyVisual. So this will install the PyVisual package, the latest version, and all the dependencies. And then we are going to, meanwhile, we are going to add our weather app. Cool, right? So we are going to create a new directory. We are going to write here weather app cool. And we are going to open it up in Explorer. And now we can simply paste this here. Now, this whole process is a little bit annoying, I know, but later on, we are going to use a feature with an API key that you can simply run and it will download all the assets and files for you. So you don't have to do all of this manually. So now that we have this, we can simply go, I believe it will be installed. No, it's still downloading. I'm using a lot of bandwidth, so it's taking a while. So here, if we open that up, you can see we have the logic code, which is empty. We didn't add anything. We have the event bindings. We want to add, we can add here. We have the main function. And then we have this UI code that was generated. Now let's wait for it to finish, and it's finished. So we can simply right click and finger crossed and run. And there we have it. There you go. So now you have your Python GUI created. And not only is it usable, the button is clickable, and this is an actual input field. So I can write here whatever city I want the temperature for, right? Now, how do you get from this point to the logic part? I will explain later on. But for now, I just want to show you the demo. Earlier, we did a similar test, and this already has the logic code that was generated from our AI. So here you can see this whole part is the logic part. This is the event binding, and this is the logic part that was generated by our AI model. And then you can right click, and if we run this, and we have an error. Did we change something? Oh, there is a duplication here, or what's going on? There's a duplication somewhere. I think this is old code and this needs to be removed. No. Okay, I think I have the wrong code. Oh yes, it was in the different. Let me open that up. Oh yeah, this is the one. So this is the weather app. So again, this part is the logic part that the AI wrote, and this is the event binding also the AI wrote, and this is our main function and UI code that we generated. So let's right click and run it. And this is pretty much what we did right now. And if you write here, let's say London, and we search, it will take a while and then it will give you the temperature for that. And then if we write, let's say Sydney, and we search, and there you go. So that's how simple it is to run this. Now, if you want this code, I will share it with you later on. But for now, what I want is you to try out the actual UI part. So if the UI is good, don't worry about the logic. We will add lots of logic parts, built-in functionalities. Like if you wanted to link in a database like MySQL, you simply click on a checkbox and it will integrate that code for that project. So don't worry about that. We will add those functionalities. But for now, I want you to test out the UI part. Try to create different designs. And what we will do is we will also create a public library where you can see what other people are designing, and you can take inspiration for them, or you can even use what they have done as a template and make modifications to create your own projects with that. So that's the basic idea of how you can use PyVisual. I believe a lot of you already have access to this, and hopefully you will come up with some great designs. Now we are also going to create a feedback forum so that we can get your feedback on how exactly is it working and what problems are we getting. What we can do is, let me check. Okay, so we have finally reached the goal of 100 users. So if I actually run that, you can see here, where is the other software? There you go. So by the way, this is the code for the counter. This whole part was written by AI. I did not even write a single line of code. All of this with threading was written by AI. And this whole part was written by our software PyVisual. So pretty much I just gave in a few prompts and that's it. And if I run this now, you can see we have exactly reached 100 users. And whoever has enrolled up till now and verified themselves will get the access right away. So this is the last time I will grant the access here, so that whoever has registered, again, there are still a few members who haven't verified. Please verify so I can give you the access. Without verification, we cannot give you access. Okay, so okay, so all verified users now have access. 94 users have been verified and have access now, and only a few have not verified. Again, you have your spot. As long as you verify, we will give you the access right away, and you will get an email. What about others? Like if somebody wants to get access later on, we do have an email list. If you have subscribed on that email list already, we will start giving access to a few members each week. And from there onwards, once we have something ready and easy to use for everyone, then we will open the access for everyone. But for now, it will be only for the beta testers. So please let me know Did you enjoy this video? In the comments, I hope you enjoy the software. You are able to create some good designs. I will come up with some tutorials on how to create different apps, and we will write the logic code for that as well. And I'll provide you the code and explain as well how you can take advantage of this software. It's completely free to use. And if you have any questions, again, right now you can send us an email to report a bug, but later on we are going to add a feedback forum where you will be able to add your bugs, and we will hopefully fix them up. Is it not available on phone? Okay, I overall love this, going to use it. Thank you. No, it's not available on phone. I feel I'm really lucky going to keep the UI, but still will help a lot. Okay, great. I have access now. Absolutely can edit with code directly on websites. Can't edit with code directly on website. Okay, this again is a feature. In fact, what we have in mind is that once we have a good enough system running, what we can do is, instead of downloading the software, the code and the assets, you can run in the browser the Python code, and you can test the app in the browser. And once you have that, even that done, you can click a button and it will give you the executable, the exe file or the DMG or the APK package for Android. So there's a long way to go ahead. So this is just a very, very small start, because we have to start somewhere. If we keep adding features before we launch, we will go down the rabbit hole of features. So we don't want to do that. The feature rabbit hole is the worst. So you keep on adding, and it will never be enough. You have to add one more feature. So that's how we think. Like developers, they do this all the time. So again, we will do some features, we will add some features, we'll keep pushing it. So that's the whole point of DevOps, right? So you don't create a software and push it. You create some part of it, push it, process it, push it, process it. That's how it will work. Is it like storing something in the backend? We have a privacy policy and terms of use. You can go ahead and read that to know what exactly are we storing and sharing, or whatever our policy is. Like that is a standard way of declaring what we are storing. You can go ahead and check that out. Nothing short of amazing. Thank you very much. This is going to be huge, hopefully. Thank you very much. Thumbs up. No, that's a fist. Fist. Medals. Thank you. Thanks. So nice of sharing. Wish you best of luck. Thank you very much. Hopefully you enjoyed this, and I will see you in the next one. Till then, keep trying, keep innovating, and keep creating amazing designs. And the ones who are going to create good designs, we are going to showcase them on our website, and we will also create a competition out of this, that whoever comes with the best design, we are going to give them some prizes, some certificates, and we are going to mention them on our website. So this is it for today. I hope you have learned something new. I hope you enjoyed the software. We have a total of 100 users. I'm a little bit scared what will happen to our server. We did prepare, but still, things can go wrong. But hopefully this will allow us to scale better. We have been working on optimization. One last thing I wanted to show you. We have been working on optimizing it so much that, let me show you. Here you can see this is the count of how many objects are there in the software right now. So right now there are 7 elements. So if I copy this, for example, anything, if I, let's say, copy this and paste, or I copy the text and paste, let's say, then you can see the elements, they increase. So they increase by 1. So if I copy and paste again, it increases by 10, right? It goes to 10. So now let me show you how well this works. We are only using CPU, no GPU. So let me show you its performance. So here is my CPU. Okay. And at this point, let me close this a little bit. You have to maintain the aspect ratio, otherwise it will not work properly. Okay, so let's say we have this, and right now, how many elements do we have? We have 7 elements. So everyone can see we have 7 elements. Now I'm going to copy and paste, and let's see how many elements we get. So I have pressed on the paste button, and as you can see, we have more than 187 components right now. If I move it, it's working fine, no lag, no nothing. And if you look at the CPU, not a lot of jumps at the moment, and the GPU is again pretty much steady. If we again copy and paste, you can see the GPU doesn't react as much. The CPU goes up a little bit. Right now we have 400 plus elements, 500, 600. So we have 650 elements. And as you can see, we can move it around and it snaps, it moves, everything is fine. It's working. And then again, you can see the GPU still doesn't take a hit. The CPU, 16%, 14%, still working fine. Let's copy more. And let's paste. Please tell me if this is impressive or not. We have been working on this. I personally have spent countless hours optimizing this software. So it was a pain optimizing this. We were at the point when we started this software first, that when we had 40 elements, it started to get stuck. So when we were creating a calculator, it was just lagging everywhere, right? So, but now you can see we have how many? 800 elements. I want to cross 1000 to show you its capabilities. And there you go. We have 900 plus, and there we have 1000 plus. We sent an email where we said 1200. So let's pass that number. And there you go. Now we have 1200 components. 1200 components. And the CPU is at 15%. And you can see it didn't take a big hit. And as of the software, it works fine. Like you can drag and drop and you can copy paste, and pretty much all of the functions, they are pretty much working the way they should work. Like look at the speed and optimization of this, and it works fine. And now, the best part. What if we press the code button? We will have 1,000 lines, 1,000 element code written in our code. So let's click on that, and there you go. Look at that scroll. Look at that scroll. I mean, come on. 1,229 components on a live session. I mean, come on. You have to appreciate that. Anyways, so long story short, it's powerful. You can use it. It's very lightweight. And the reason it's very lightweight is because we have used our own library. We have built our own controller to control all of this. We are not using any third-party applications to do that. Okay, so that's pretty much it. How do you select multiple? Right now, you cannot select multiple items. We do not have the group option yet. Again, we will add it later on. Don't worry, we will add lots of things, lots of projects later on we are going to add. So this is it for today. I hope you have learned something new, something amazing. You like the software, and I will see you in the next one. And please keep me updated until the feedback forum is ready. Please keep me updated on how do you like the software? Is it working well, performing well, and so on. And I would love to see what you have to design. So this is it for today, and I will see you in the next one.